Going on, man? It's your boy Lil Biggie here with another video. As you see on the screen and even by the title, first take, we got some things we need to talk about. All right? You guys been disrespectful for way too long. You guys been disrespecting my Steelers for way too long. But this last one right here, this take is the dumbest take. All right, let's just get out the way. Steelers, he said Steelers are going to be 0-6 starting the season. That's what Dan Orlovsky said. What great, how many Super Bowls did he win? What great plays is he known for? But we're not gonna jump right into that. We're gonna let them play. I got the segment already pulled up. We're gonna listen to it. Y'all tell me what y'all think, and we're gonna get right into the video. As you already know, man, keep your hands and feet inside the ride. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's get to it in 3, 2, 1.
What's up with your Steelers, Stephen A? You guys have a quarterback yet? Schedule was released yesterday. Questions still surrounding their signal caller. There's concern they could get out to a really slow start. Listen to what Dano had to say about this yesterday.
Look at that start of the schedule for the Steelers and imagine that Mason Rudolph is the quarterback.
Yeah, and
you feel like with what he's got around him, they would still do well there?
No.
No.
I think you're staring at 0-6 in the face.
Like honestly, think about the Jets.
Love you, Mason.
I'll tell you what, Aaron Glenn will blitz him into oblivion. The Seahawks, Mike McDonald, that's a pretty good defensive coordinator, all right? And with the Patriots, Mike Vrabel with that new defensive line up there in New England, the Vikings with Brian Flores, with the man, come on.
You know what that's about? You know what that's about? See, that damn Mr. Chippendales, Louis Riddick, okay, and Dan Orlovsky, they did that just to get on my nerve. They did
that to get on my nerves too, Stephen A. Smith. I'm not the one to always side with Stephen A. Smith because he be pissing me off sometimes. But yeah, you mean it? All right, whatever. Go ahead, Stephen. Let's listen to the rest of what they got to say, and I'm gonna give my 10 cents.
it for a second because they knew it was going to be picked up by first take. That's what they did. They did that to take a shot at me. 0-6, my Steelers. But they're right.
Stephen Anthony Smith. I know. You know what? I was going to hold off. I'm not going to hold off. I didn't even care what they got to say no more. First take, put me on there. You know what? Let me get my napkin. You know, it's rude. You know, when you're about to eat, you put your napkin so you don't make a mess. Let me put my napkin on. Hold on so y'all can see. Let me put my napkin on real quick. Let me put my napkin on real quick so I can eat. Let me tuck it in. Tuck. Yeah. So let's talk about it. Y'all think, hold on, let me pull up the schedule for y'all so y'all can see. I don't want no one to be confused on what's going on here. You know, but y'all losing y'all damn minds. Look at this. Look at the schedule real quick, guys. First game, week 1? We are facing the Jets. Okay. Aaron Glenn was a great defensive coordinator on the Detroit Lions. Great defensive coordinator. They have great defensive players on the Jets. Not knocking them. But what was the issue beforehand? Was it the Jets offense or the defense that fell off? And was the reason why who was the quarterback? Who was the head coach? Robert Saleh, whatever his last name is. Sorry if I butcher it. But what was the reason why he got fired? Was it because the offense was doing wonderful? No, because the defense was doing terrible. Right. That's why you get Aaron Glenn. Got it. But it was only the defense? The offense was wonderful, right? No, they were better with Zach Wilson than it was with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson. Now, Justin Fields is a great young option, but he still has some work to do, as we've seen on Pittsburgh. But y'all think they're gonna stop our defense? Yeah. I'm sorry. Y'all think they're gonna stop our defense? Y'all think the Jets are gonna beat us first game? The Jets are gonna beat us. Justin Fields gonna have a career day. Cool. All right. Fine. Let's say it happens and we lose to the Jets. and Justin Fields. We're then going to lose to the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to lose to the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, cool. We're losing to the Patriots? That Brian Flores. Oh, I mean, what is it? Not Brian Flores. Mike Vrabel and his new team. They're gonna be. Wasn't he already a head coach for the Tennessee Titans? And how did that work out? Right. We're gonna lose to Drake May and Hunter Henry. Right? Okay. Vikings. J.J. McCarthy, a rookie quarterback. Do we not remember Mike Tomlin's record against rookie quarterbacks? But whatever. We'll exclude that. We're gonna lose to them because let me just nip everything in the bud. Y'all are willing to praise all these other teams, right? Y'all willing to praise all these other teams and to list all the factors and attributes for why these Steelers are so great, why the other teams are so great, but not why the Steelers are so great. Did we not make it to the playoffs? Y'all like to say we have the same situation as last year. So if we have the same situation as last year, how are we not making the playoffs? Did we not win 6 games in a row with Mason Rudolph? 6 crucial games in order to make it to the playoffs 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Did y'all forget that? So let me give you the breakdown. We're not starting 0-6. To be the realest hater, you would have to say that. To be dumb and to not know a single thing about football or a single thing about Pittsburgh Steelers football, you would say the Steelers are going to start 0-6. But if you take off those hater blockers and open your eyes to reality, you would know the truth. And I'm sorry, we're not starting 0-6 at the beginning of the season. That's absurd. Stephen Anthony Smith. That's absurd. Daniel Orlovsky. That's absurd. Are we dumb? I'm sorry. If we were to face these 6 teams, I would at least give us the Patriots. No? Y'all think Mike Vrabel is going to be that great of a coach? Because he was that great of a coach on the Tennessee Titans, right? He was that great of a coach of whatever team he was on afterwards. No. And let's talk about it. Seattle Seahawks? Sam Darnold? Oh, he was on the Vikings with 14-1. And he's a system quarterback. He fit perfectly in a system. You got a great offense and okay defense. All you need to do is not sell. That's it. You don't mess it up, we could win the game. But as soon as you faced and go into the playoffs, what happened? That 14-1 record means nothing. Because you sell it in the worst time possible. Stop it. He had great weapons. You had Jordan Addison. You had Justin Jefferson. You had I forgot the tight end from the I forgot his name. Was it Hockenson? I think they have. Then you got Aaron Jones as a running back. You got a good old line. You got good defensive players. All you have to do is not mess up. No interceptions, no turnovers. Hold the ball, drain the clock. Boom, you can win a game. That's it. Because if Sam Darnold was that damn good, he would have never left the Jets. So stop it. Can we be honest, please? If Sam Darnold was as great as he was, and if he was this great old quarterback, he would have never left the Jets. But now let's talk about it too. If Sam Darnold was that good, why did the Vikings let go of him? I'm sorry, that might have cut out because I'm so loud and pissed off. But I'm speaking the truth. If Sam Darnold was so good and such a great option at quarterback, why did the Vikings let him walk? Help me understand that, Steven. Thank you. I'm just lost. The Browns? We're gonna lose to Shedeur Sanders and the Browns, but we beat them almost every year. How does that work? We have made it to the playoffs with less weapons. Can we talk about the, what was it, 2017, I believe it was 2017 or 2019, 2020, 2018 Steelers with Ben Roethlisberger, and we went 11-0 with nothing? I'm sorry. There was absolutely nobody on offense. You can say James Conner, but James Conner wasn't who he was on the Cardinals. And even then, James Conner was okay. James Conner was okay. Chase Claypool. Deontay Johnson was still making a name for himself. Juju Smith-Schuster was our main wide receiver. Right. We didn't even have Pat Freiermuth then. We had Vance McDonald, who isn't a bad tight end, but he isn't great. We took that team to the playoffs. We went 11-0 with that team. I don't even know who we had on defense at that time. I think we had Devin Bush as linebacker still. And that sorry excuse of a linebacker. But every year, and it just pisses me off because teams can do so little, but yet so much in y'all eyes, and y'all would weigh them above us. Hot take, I think the Detroit Lions are going to flop again this year. They didn't flop last year because they had a great offensive coordinator, great defensive coordinator. But guess what? They're both gone. What are they going to do now? Help, tell me. What are they going to do now? Tell me. I mean, hold on, because I'm getting hot and bothered. What are they going to do now? They lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator, and they have to figure it all back up again. What are they going to do? Granted, the defensive players were hurt, and they still had a top-tier defense. But now they're both gone. So now they're starting fresh and anew. Like they didn't just come off of, prior to that year, they weren't 2-14. 2 and whatever. Like, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You praise all these other teams time in and time out and want to give these teams excuses, but can't give us an excuse. We don't get the benefit of the doubt for no reason, no matter what. Off the rip, having Mike Tomlin as the coach is the reason why we can go to the playoffs every year. Just Mike Tomlin alone being a coach, you're guaranteed to get a playoff visit. Let's talk about it. That's me being brutally honest. That's not me being biased. That's why he's been to the playoffs every year in his career as a head coach. Well, not every year, but he hasn't had a losing season. I'm sorry. I misspoke. Hasn't had a losing season. He in his 18, 19 years with the Steelers, he's been to the playoffs, what, I believe between 16 or I think it's between 16 to 12 times in his 18 years. Still haven't had a losing season though. But we want to take that and we want to take that and see and view the glass as half empty and half full. Why is that? To benefit an argument, but not to really to benefit the argument and to downplay the Steelers, but not to tell the truth. Because how many teams have had 16 years of a winning season, 18 years of a winning season? How many teams have been to the playoffs consecutively? How many teams have been to the playoffs in a 12-year span? Okay, right. Because those numbers start changing for other teams. The Steelers being mediocre is making the playoffs. With Mason Rudolph as quarterback, we can make the playoffs. That's not being delusional. That's being honest. We can lose. Let's look at the schedule. We can lose the 2 games. We can lose to the Bengals. The Bengals. We can lose to the Ravens, and then the Ravens. Cool. That's 4 losses. You can say we can lose to the Bills. That's 5. We can chalk up 1 Browns game. That's 6. What else you want to do? Because we finished the season 9-8. So we still need 2 more losses. You can say we lose to the Vikings and then what, the Bears, because now they're a threat all of a sudden. Right. Because they got Ben Johnson. Sure. Go with that. Like, come on, y'all. And this what pisses me off, bro. Y'all want to downplay us every single time, but then want to hype up some of these trash teams. Let's listen to what else these dummies have to say.
I thought you were going to defend us.
I can't. I was trying to gumption up the nerve to defend it.
Let's
I
get
can't.
Aaron Rodgers.
You cannot listen. You have to, because with Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson, you cannot expect the Steelers to win football games.
What about Will Howard?
Really?
Cannot expect the Steelers to win football games. And not only that, now Pickens is gone. And if I'm Metcalf, I'm going like this. Why the hell did I end up here? Why? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I got his bag, $232 million. He deserves it. But I'm like, wait a minute now. You wide receiver. Who the hell gonna throw you a football? Who the hell's gonna throw you a football?
Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, that's all I care about. Now, if
I
that's the
can't.
case, yeah.
Now, is it going to make a difference?
Yeah, so
That's the question.
how many
believe it
games
is.
are they winning?
I believe it is.
Here's the
Let's
thing.
assume it's Aaron Rodgers.
It makes them significantly better if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback over what they'd be with Mason Rudolph
Of
as
course.
the quarterback.
Well, of course.
There is no.
So, did we not draft the quarterback this year? I'm sorry. Can you guys help me understand? I'm not. Nah, this is my other problem too. I don't even view Mason Rudolph as the starter yet. I believe that Will Howard will somehow spark up and become the starter unless we sit him for a year. But there's a reason why we drafted Will Howard. There's a reason why. I'm pretty sure Skylar Thompson ain't gonna see the field. Come on now. Skylar Thompson is a third string quarterback. And is the issue for first string is between Will Howard and Mason Rudolph. How is Aaron Rodgers gonna come up there with a four quarterback roster? I'm sorry. I wouldn't mind Aaron Rodgers, but I'm done. I'm done entertaining Aaron Rodgers talk. Will Howard is the starter. We'll work it out and we'll figure it out from there. That's it. We did it with Kenny Pickett and made it to the playoffs. Y'all remember that? Kenny Pickett played, got hurt, Mason Rudolph subbed in, and took us to the playoffs. Y'all don't remember that though, right? Y'all don't remember the first season we got Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky start, crapped the bed, then Kenny Pickett stepped in. No, right? Okay. Y'all don't remember Kenny Pickett beating the Ravens on the Sunday night primetime game? That came down to the wire, touchdown pass, and Najee Harris to win the game. You won the playoffs. I mean, we won the game, made it to the playoffs. Y'all don't remember that either? Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, stop it.
Way that we could sit here and say even a diminished Aaron Rodgers is the same as Mason Rudolph. But it still makes them a team that won't pick high enough to get the quarterback.
Well, let me ask you this question. Both of you this question. How much better, if at all, do you all feel Justin Fields and Russell Wilson are above the Aaron Rodgers that you saw last season?
I think what Justin Fields can do with his athleticism is what would elevate him above Aaron Rodgers to me, and his youth as well, right? The ability, the dynamic level of play you can get from his arm and his legs if you continue to develop him, especially the way Arthur Smith wants to play football. I believe they gave up on him too soon last year. I believe if you continue to play with Justin Fields, he continues to grow under that organization. He's the quarterback of the team this year. This is truly what I believe. And now when you bring in Aaron Rodgers, things have to be tailored to what he wants to do. Have you built the pieces around to do that? Here is my fear with the Pittsburgh Steelers, that with Cam Hayward, with drafting another D tackle in the first round, with having TJ Watt, with adding Darius Slay on the outside, Minkah Fitzpatrick, having Joey Porter Jr. on the outside, I still think they're going to be too good to lose enough to change your future. They're going to be too good to be in the spot to grab a quarterback next year that changes where they are.
I've always said with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Stephen A., you would know about this in the NBA, the worst place you can be is in the middle.
Of course.
It's the worst place you can be in sports, and that, to me, is going to be the Achilles heel of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers will ultimately be with the Steelers. They'll win just enough where they won't have an opportunity to go get maybe one of the elite.
And that's why I'm upset they didn't draft Shedeur Sanders. Because the point is that if you expect to be good enough to compete, that's middle of the road. At least you would have had a quarterback you would have spent this upcoming season developing so it could be in the future, as opposed to still being out there looking for one.
So we didn't draft Will Howard? What did we draft Will Howard for? Just to fill up the room? I'm confused. Shoot, when we drafted Mason Rudolph, the brother still stayed on the team. Even when we had Big Ben, we drafted Mason Rudolph. Help me on this. This is my problem. No, don't get me wrong. I wish we kept Justin Fields. I wish we did. But I ultimately believe that Justin Fields went to chase the money. He could have stayed in Pittsburgh. Did he want to? No. Maybe there's some underlying issues that we don't know about for why he didn't want to stay, take less money and stay, a chance to get a chip, but he didn't. And that's fine. I'm not mad at him. Get your money, get your bag. Cool. But wouldn't we still be in the same situation with Shedeur Sanders and Justin Fields? We would have been in the same, because that's my problem with you guys. You want Shedeur Sanders. Cool. Do y'all think that we would have a better record with Shedeur Sanders his first year? No, we wouldn't. We would still be 10-8, 10-7, 11-7. We would have still been close or barely making it with the Shedeur Sanders. So I'm help me understand. Or are you trying to say the development? Oh, to develop him. Cool. So what about Will Howard? We can't develop Will Howard? Or Will Howard is just that big of a scrub? Right. Got you. Totally. And this is my problem. Day in and day out, you guys want to downplay the Steelers and overcompensate by making these outrageous first takes or these crazy takes. And it's retarded. I'm sorry to use that word. And I apologize. But it's idiotic. I am quite confused, bewildered, you may say, at the way that you guys just downplay the Steelers. And I hate fighting for the Steelers this hard because I don't want to seem like that biased, ignorant, blinded, Steelers fan. I know we're going to lose some games. I know we may lose 2 games to the Ravens, maybe 2 games to the Bengals. I'm not mad at that. We might lose to the Colts. We lost twice already to the Colts back to back. But to say we're going to lose to the Patriots, no. Unless Tom Brady comes back from a time machine and is 2007, 8, 9, 10 Tom Brady, I don't see us losing to no damn Patriots. The hell? Do y'all really have that little faith in the Steelers? We make it to the playoffs. We squeezed 10. Y'all didn't have us making it to the playoffs last year. And y'all don't have us making it to the playoffs now. So remember this. Remember this. And do not renege, do not backslide. Remember this. Y'all got us going 0-6. Remember this. Okay? When Will Howard is starting, remember this. Please and thank you. I don't even want Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a great option if he just plays football. I've said that multiple times. If you just let him play the game of football, call plays and only plays and audibles, he can become a Super Bowl contender on any team. But the moment you let that brother into your front office and let him start picking pieces, that's when you already messed up. And we don't need that. We have it. Omar is doing a good job. We are okay.
Yeah, I
Let's
agree.
pull up the schedule really quick. Do we have that? RC, I'm curious. So assuming it's Aaron Rodgers there, what's a realistic record for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Honestly, I believe if you have Aaron Rodgers, it's realistic for this team to be competing to be a game above 500. I do believe.
We are always a game above 500. We're always at least 500 or better. Why is that not believable now without Aaron Rodgers? Why do we need Aaron Rodgers to just be at about 500 or a game above 500? Why? Help me understand. No one is saying this stuff. You know what? Okay, no problem. No problem.
It's a good enough team to win 8 or 9 games, and when you think about Mike Tomlin's history as the head coach, they're at least that every single year. And you're going to look at the Dolphins game down the stretch for the Jets last year. You're going to look at the Jacksonville game down the stretch for the Jets last year. And you're going to say, oh, Aaron Rodgers can still throw the football. Aaron Rodgers can still play with accuracy. If Aaron Rodgers has time, if Aaron Rodgers has a run game, then this team can compete. And we know what they could be defensively with the way they turn the football over, the way they rush the passer on the outside with the outside linebackers. Minkah Fitzpatrick's tendency and ability to turn the football over on the back end, this team can be good enough. But isn't that why Pittsburgh Steelers fans lament the Mike Tomlin tenure? Because so much on the back half of this has just been good enough. When do you make a decision that allows you to be better than that? Better than middle of the road? And I agree with you, Stephen A. Steelers fans laughed at my reaction for saying they should have drafted Shedeur Sanders. With everything I'm hearing about Cleveland and how he started his tenure there, I was right. You were right.
Yeah.
Many of us were correct in that should have been the pick at 21.
No, and this becomes my problem, right? Because let's talk about this. Let's talk about this too. There was a video showing LeBron James' son at the Lakers facility throwing up shots. When he was throwing up them shots, shooting the ball, making little, it was just him and his father. He was shooting up shots. He got a great form. Or he gonna be a problem in the league. When he got to the league, what happened? Absolutely nothing. He crapped the bed. That's facts. But y'all see Shedeur Sanders in a rookie mini camp throwing the ball with no pressure, still tapping and patting that ball before he throws it, and goes, he's doing exactly what we thought he can do. Yes, the brother can throw the ball. By God, that's the simple requirement to be a quarterback in a college. That's it. You need to throw the ball. But what difference is he from Russell Wilson sitting in the pocket too long? Well, help me understand that. You're not showing me any crazy stats or any crazy plays that shows me that this brother can do it with the best of them. He can't. And I'm sorry, but the Browns are going to show it. Just because you got 5 people rushing you and you got a red shirt on so no one can touch you, and you throw the ball even if you are sacked and you just pat the ball, you just that's it. Stop it. Stop. And this is my problem, because when we compare teams and players to players and we can go player for player from Steelers to the Browns, and we would show that in every aspect we have a player that's better than their player. In some shape or form, y'all would still say the Browns. Jerry Jeudy is their star wide receiver. Who's our star wide receiver? DK Metcalf. Who is the next receiver for the Browns? You automatically go to tight end, David Njoku. And that's fine. We got Pat Freiermuth. Next, you can say Nick Chubb, but Nick Chubb isn't there, remember? Nick Chubb isn't there. Who do they have now? Judkins. We have Jaylen Warren. No? What about Caleb Johnson we just drafted too? No? Well, let's go to defense. You got Myles Garrett. We have TJ Watt. Who's your next player? Because we have Alex Highsmith. You got Denzel Ward. We got Darius Slay. Next, what is it? Grant Delpit, whatever his name is. We got Minkah Fitzpatrick. Next, because we can still we got more players. I didn't say Cam Hayward yet. I didn't mention Patrick Queen yet. I didn't mention Joey Porter Jr. yet. You can say Shedeur Sanders, and that's fine. But you cannot forget that brother, y'all always want to say the greatest rivals, the greatest quarterbacks pat the ball. I've watched highlights. I've watched film. I've seen Tom Brady pat the ball a few times in a game. I mean, in his career, not in a game. I've seen Patrick Mahomes pat the ball a few times in his career, but not multiple times in a game. That brother is patting the ball almost damn near every damn throw. Did y'all? I wish I saw the highlight. I can't show it, but watch this. I'll put a link in the description to the video. Watch the video during Kirk Cousins. It was the Falcons and the Steelers. They showed it. TJ Watt gets there and he swats that ball out of Kirk Cousins' hand perfectly. All he needed was time. That patting the ball takes off at least a second. TJ Watt only needs half of that to get to you. You buy him enough time, as much time as possible, he's going to get to that quarterback. You can triple him. You can double him. He will get to that quarterback if that quarterback's 1, 2, 3. You're buying him too much time. But don't worry. I want everyone to remember this. I want y'all to remember that y'all saying that Shedeur Sanders is having a great, y'all is as great as y'all thought he was. He shouldn't have failed at round 6, and that he's going to show it and he's going to prove it. Because when our brother messes up against the Steelers on week 6, October 12th, 1 p.m. in Pittsburgh, I want y'all to say that. I want y'all to have that response. I want y'all to answer to me. Please Please then remind me what happened. Please tell me what was the excuse then. Please.
You know, RC, it's funny just hearing you talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers because it's like how the mighty has fallen off.
Yeah.
Think about it. We're talking about the 6-time Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're talking about them hovering around 8-9 wins.
We're talking about a team, and we all love Mike Tomlin. We really, really do. Profoundly respect that man. They have not won a playoff game since 2016. Do y'all understand how bad that is?
Okay. So we haven't won a playoff game since 2016. What has happened since 2016? Let's talk about the wonderful Ravens. Let's talk about the great and honorable John Harbaugh. Let's talk about the great and honorable Lamar Jackson. Since 2016, the Ravens have made it to the playoffs with no Super Bowl appearance. You know who they lose to every time? Either the Bills or the Chiefs. Every time. But y'all don't want to talk about firing John Harbaugh. Y'all don't want to talk about getting rid of Lamar Jackson. Y'all don't say it's the quarterback issue then. So then what's the issue? Why is it every time they get weapons and somehow get better on paper, they still fold? They got the defense. They got the defensive coordinator. They got the offense. They got the running back. They got the wide receiver. They got the quarter. Because the first was, we need an O-line. We need a good run game. We need another wide receiver. They can never draft a good wide receiver to get Zay Flowers. We got somebody need to help Mark Andrews. Now we got DeAndre Hopkins. We need somebody to help with the run game. You get Derrick Henry. We need better defense. Our defense is slipping. You get Nick Wiggins. You got Marlon Humphrey. You got Cal Hamilton. You got Roquan Smith. You got all these weapons and y'all still fall short. Why? Isn't the goal to make it to the Super Bowl? Y'all make it closer to us, but y'all can't get it? Y'all got better weapons than us, right? Y'all better than us, right? So why can't y'all make it to this? Why is it the Bengals got a Super Bowl appearance more than out of all the 4 teams in the NFC in the AFC North? The Bengals is the only team to make it to the Super Bowl. And the most recent since 2016. Why is that? Like, come on, bro. I'm tired of disrespect. Let's talk about the Buffalo Bills. Let's talk about the Buffalo Bills. Since 2016, haven't had a Super Bowl appearance. Why is that? Because they can't make it past the Kansas City Chiefs. What do they need? They need a wide receiver. They always needed a wide receiver. To get Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. They need a run game. To get James Cook. They need a tight end. Dalton Kincaid. They get a good offensive line. Now they got good defense. Now what the issue is? Stephon Diggs left. They need another wide receiver. They get Amari Cooper. Now what? So now what's the issue? They fall short every time, and what is the issue? Okay. I'm gonna even go to the NFC. Let's talk about the Green Bay Packers. The great, Mike LaFleur, great head coach, right? Everyone loved Jordan Love. Why they haven't made it to the Super Bowl yet? What's wrong with them? They need a rival. They need a quarterback. They had Aaron Rodgers. When now Aaron Rodgers left, Jordan Love showed that he's a good franchise quarterback, right? Right. Okay, so now what? You got the weapons. You had Devontae Adams, had Alan Lazard, got Christian Watson. You had Aaron Jones. What was the issue then? Had the defense, no? So why did you fall short yet again? What was the issue then? Help me understand. Like, this is my problem. Everyone wants to praise these other teams for doing the same damn thing the Steelers do. Losing. But because they lost better than us, they get a little bit more credit. I'd rather have lose in the first round and get close every single year and still fuck up. No? Yes? Come on now. Stop it.
You are the Steelers, and you have not won a playoff game in 9 years. That's bad.
I think playoff-wise, this team, or even just based on their records, I believe they underachieved right before Big Ben fell off, right? When you had the Killer Bees.
Yeah.
That was the team I felt like had championship caliber talent on that team. So I feel like Mike Tomlin didn't get the full potential out of that team. And then I feel like he's overachieved the last 2 years of Big Ben's career, and then now playing with the Duck Hodges and the Mason Rudolphs and the Kenny Pickett, and he's
and still making it to the playoffs. We may add. Let's not forget that he's still making it to the playoffs.
built this team up to make you think they were something they aren't, and then we watched them get pounced and bounced early in every playoff.
Been in the playoffs for the last 5 years. 2020, they've been in the playoffs every year except for one. That 2020 playoff game was when they finished 12-4 and gave up 48 points to Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns in a wild card playoff game. Every year since, they have not won more than, they won 10-7 over the last 2 years. But that's what we're talking about here. Wild card, wild card, wild card.
And the biggest piece, right, to me, Stephen A., the most telling piece about those games is the deficits that they faced in all of those playoff games.
Okay. Because and this is and then maybe this is me being biased. Maybe this is me viewing the cup half full and half empty. How many teams can make the playoffs? Isn't it 8? Isn't it 1 through 8, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's on each side. It's not, because it's not 10, so it's 8 teams that can make the playoffs. Got you. How many do? Okay, you got your Chiefs, you got your Buffalo Bills, you got your Ravens. Five of the spots is really up for grabs. You got to put your Steelers up there, but y'all don't want to. Let's get the Bengals. Okay, who else? Who else you gonna give it to then after that? So you got the Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, and Bengals. Who else? Y'all gonna put the Raiders over us? Y'all gonna put the Chargers over us? Y'all about to put the Denver Broncos over us for whatever reason. The Tennessee Titans now? The Texans? The Colts? The Jaguars? Who? The Browns? Stop it. The 4 top tier teams allegedly will put the Bengals up there still. Then the Steelers have to be up there next. Isn't it 6? It might be 6 now I'm thinking about it. It might be 6 teams into making the playoffs. But stop it. Stop this. We make it to the playoffs almost every freaking year. When the last time the Colts made the playoffs? Texas recently made it a couple years. What about the Chargers? What about the Patriots? What about the Jets? What about the Dolphins? Mike McDaniels, great coach. Tyreek Hill, great wide receiver. No? Huh? Houston Texans have been shitty since CJ Stroud been there. First year he got there, playoffs, and have been shit in the bed ever since. But we let them rock, right? We let them rock, right? We gonna let that rock? No, do not let it rock for other teams if you're not gonna let it rock for us. We can get the Steelers can get past the wild card. Ravens can get past the conference. Either they can get past the AFC conference, or they can't get past the AFC championship game. One or the other. Divisional or the conference, they cannot get past. The Buffalo Bills can't get past the division. AFC championship game. No matter what they do, they always somehow mess up to the Chiefs. The Bengals made it one time off I'm not going to say off a fluke. They did their job, but they haven't made it back since. So it was looking like a fluke. You want to change up so many things about the Steelers when we're right there. We have the head coach, and with the head coach alone, we're guaranteed to make it to the playoffs or guaranteed to have a winning season. All we need is a quarterback. And because we don't have that, y'all willing to knock us down not only one peg, but multiple pegs. And that's absurd. Unheard of. Sickening even. And it's idiotic. And I'm sick and tired of it. I don't even want to play no more. Because I'm looking at it now, they're talking about, should Mike Tomlin leave? What is the problem? There's only one problem. We need a quarterback. I will address that. We need a quarterback. I believe we're going to pick up another wide receiver as well. I would love to pick up Amari Cooper. I would love to pick up somebody. All we need is somebody outside of DK Metcalf. Calvin Austin is great. Roman Wilson hasn't played. I believe he'll do some numbers, but he isn't going to be that. He's not going to be the answer to all. I'm sorry. It's Roman Wilson. He's a short guy, slot wide receiver at best. So, yeah, just stop it, though. Once we get the wide receiver, we're doing all this with no wide receiver. Literally, we're doing all this with no wide receiver. And you mean to tell me we can't make the playoffs? But we just did it again. We just made it to the playoffs with no quarterback. We just made it to the playoffs with Russell Wilson, and we just made it to the playoffs with Mace Rudolph. We just made it to the playoffs with Kenny Pickett. We made it to the playoffs with Delvin Hodges. We made it to the playoffs with a banged up Ben Roethlisberger. So what is the issue now? Y'all gonna keep giving excuses. Y'all gonna keep guessing us. Y'all gonna keep doubting us, and it's honestly getting annoying. So Stephen Anthony Smith, Ryan Clark, Daniel Orlovsky. Remember this. Remember this day, Thursday, May 15th. You guys said that we will go 0-6. You guys said, why didn't we draft Shedeur Sanders? You guys said that maybe we need a new head coach. You guys don't have us making it to the playoffs. And with us going 0-6, I can only assume y'all don't have us winning or having a winning season. So yet again, like I said last year, I guess this is going to be Mike Tomlin's first losing season, right? Right. So remember this, Stephen Anthony Smith, because when I see you at the end of the year in February and the season is over, I want y'all to eat y'all words. I'm going to get some Campbell soup and I'm going to have the words out. The little Campbell word soup, I'm going to have it. And I'm going to have 0-6 for the start of the season in the soup. And I want you to eat them. All right? That's the end of this video. I'm Lil Biggie. And until next time, peace.
I've been feeling like an automatopoeia, baby, I just wanna smash, yeah. See you when I see you, or I see you later, either way, I'm on the dash, ayy. Fuck you on caffeine, any second, shorty, I'm about to crash, ayy. In my city, gotta watch your back, don't know which day it be the last, yeah. I've been feeling like an automatopoeia, baby, I just wanna smash, ayy. See you when I see you, or I see you later, either way, I'm on the dash, ayy. Fuck you on caffeine, any second, shorty, I'm about to crash. In my city, gotta watch your back, don't know which day will be the last. You better notice where you at. Them niggas, they be on your ass.